British voted Anne to be the next Queen, as she has surprise tactic cracking down on Meghan, straight through. Princess Anne saw straight through Meghan Markle like Prince Philip, claims psychic. Princess Anne has long been known as one of the hardest working members of the royal family. In fact, last year alone, the Queen's daughter carried out 387 official duties, 2 more than the future king, Prince Charles. Currently, Anne is 17th in line to the throne behind her brothers, their children and grandchildren. However, when she was born, the Princess Royal was just 3rd in line, and she maintained her dedication to the monarchy despite slipping down the accession order. Last week, Anne joined Prince Charles and Prince William during the Platinum Jubilee celebrations in taking the Trooping the Colour salute. During the Epsom Derby, which was also part of the Platinum Jubilee weekend, she also took the Queen's place in leading the royal family. And now, Real Housewives of Cheshire's Deborah Davis has shared her psychic thoughts on Meghan Markle, and she believes transparent Princess Anne was not impressed. Princess Anne reportedly saw straight through Meghan Markle just like the late Prince Philip did, according to Real Housewives of Cheshire's Deborah Davis. Meghan reportedly left the late Prince Philip enraged after she and Prince Harry announced on Instagram that they were stepping down as senior working royals. Prince Philip was reportedly spitting blood when his nearest aides had told him the controversial news in the run-up to Christmas 2019. Now, TV psychic Deborah Davis claims his daughter, Princess Anne, also saw through Meghan after she married into the royal family. Speaking exclusively to Daily Star, Debbie claims the Princess Royal doesn't need to speak. Princess Anne is fabulous, she just gives everything that she thinks away on her face, she said, before adding, she doesn't need to say anything, you can see it in her eyes. You take one look at her and you can see what she's thinking, she's totally transparent. The star continued, Princess Anne is just like her dad was. Prince Philip could see straight through Meghan Markle. He could see her for what she is, and so could I. On their wedding day I just sat there shaking my head. I was stood there saying this is a complete and utter disaster waiting to happen. Debbie continued, she has balls of steel, she can sit on that sofa with Oprah and say everything she's said about the royal family, then arrive in this country to take part in the Jubilee celebrations. That's some brass neck, that is. The businesswoman hosts her own Unexplained Deaths and Mysteries podcast, and this week will explore the original Ripper. In her latest episode, out on June 3rd, she names who she believes the original Ripper was. She explained, it's Sir John Williams, and he was a surgeon to Queen Victoria and her daughter Princess Beatrice. The weirdest thing about this is, we researched into this guy, we found out he opened the National Library for Wales in the early 1900s. On his death in 1926, bearing in mind the murders were 1888, everything to do with that man fits. Debbie added, he donated a 6-inch long knife wide at the base, narrows down to the tip that is badly blunted, and he donated 3 tissue samples on slides. It fits the size and description of the knife that must have been used to disassemble and carve up those 5 women that were murdered, women. I say that knife and those tissue samples should be taken for DNA analysis, and 1 or more of those women exhumed and samples taken to see if they match. Princess Anne should be considered to be the next queen, according to express.co.uk readers who voted largely in support of the idea in a recent poll. A poll of express.co.uk readers revealed the Princess Royal would enjoy some public support should she be considered for the role of queen. There is no suggestion that Anne will take the mantle from her brother, though she is expected to play a major supporting role to the king and future queen consort, Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall. In a poll that ran from 9:29 a.m. on Wednesday, June 8, to 12 p.m. on Friday, June 10, we asked, should Princess Anne be considered for queen? A total of 3,324 people responded, with more than half, 59%, 1,968 people, voting yes, the princess should indeed be considered for queen. Hundreds of comments were left below the accompanying article as readers shared their thoughts on Princess Anne being considered for the role of queen. Username Duchess58 agreed with the winning poll result and said, I think Princess Anne would be great, she's honest. And username Alin had a similar sentiment, saying, I feel that Princess Anne would be very dedicated, considerate, caring in many different ways, as she has done for quite some time. Princess Anne is the one who is to be queen, in my thoughts, one who is to be